Morning student, welcome to the class. I am teaching you the same chapter number 11, simple machine. At the beginning, early men used his hands, feet and teeth to do work. They lifted and carried objects with his hands and cut things for food by biting with their teeth. Gradually, they searched for ways to make their work easier. Among the most useful simple machines devised by humans are lever, the wheel and axle, pulleys, inclined planes, and screws. Simple machines are the most basic of the machines that we use daily to make work easier. We use similar to complex machines in our daily routine, such as to clean, move, create, repair, relax, have fun, and accomplish work. All of today's complicated machines are based on these simple machines used long ago. There are 6 simple machines devised by humans: lever, wheel and axle, pulley, inclined planes, screw and wedges. Dear children, the simple machines require human energy in order to work. A machine makes our work easier implies that we need less force to do the same amount of work. Now, in the previous video, I have explained you what is machine. So, can you tell me what is a machine? You must have sometime noticed a mechanic repairing a tire using a jack. Yes, that is a machine. He used jack to ease his work as automobiles has to be lifted, which he himself alone cannot do. With the use of jack, he lifts the automobiles with less effort. So machines are devices which help us to do a great deal of work with less effort. Simple machines have few or no moving parts to them. These machines help us to move objects closer, apart or to raise them to different levels by increasing the force or changing the distance of the force. Today we learn more about our first simple machine, that is lever. Have you tried to move a big stone? First, try with your hands. What do you observe? What you are feeling? Are you able to move it? Yes? Rocks does not move at all. Now, try this way. Placing a small stone near the larger stone. Suppose this is a big stone and we are not able to move it by our hand. So what we will do, we put a small stone in front of the bigger stone. Then placing a larger stone and support it by the wooden stick, placing at one end one wooden stick over it. Means like this. Take one wooden stick and place it under the big stone like this, supported by the small stone. Okay, as this is the man who is supporting from his hand. Place one wooden stick under the big stone supported by the smaller stone. Now, placing a small stone near the larger stone and placing one end of the wooden stick under the under the larger stone and supported it by the smaller stone. Then press down the other side of the stick, means this side. This is the other side, opposite side of the stick, which is placed under the larger stone. We have to press it down. What will happen when we press the stick down? The stone start moving. It will be moved slightly, or if it is the stick is very thick and heavy, then it will be moved further. The big stone start moving. The stick help you to lift or move the stone more easily or with a less effort. Means our energy, our force should be very less applied on the stick. When a long plank or a pole is used to lift a large load, what is known as? It is also known as a lever. This type of lever is called a crowbar. A lever consists of a rigged bar which is free to turn about a fixed point called a fulcrum. The fulcrum is a pivot joint. Like pivot joint is there in our body which help to support the bone. The same fulcrum is used. The effort force, that is push or pull, is there. So in the diagram, what is happened? This is your load. This is the fulcrum, and a person is applying a effort to pull or push the object. Is exerted upon one lever arms, and the other lever arm will go up or down in the opposite direction. The idea of lever is based on three things. First is effort or force. The second is distance, and the third is balance. The downward force that the man applies to one end is called the effort. This man is applying the force and pulling down the stick. So this force is known as effort. A lever balance point is called the fulcrum, on which this stick is balancing on a smaller stone is known as fulcrum. A lever balance point is called its fulcrum. The fulcrum is the part of the machine that does not move. The force is applied to different points from the load. The closer the fulcrum to the load, the less force needed to lift the load. Means when it is a load on one point and fulcrum is closer to that load, then we have to apply it less effort. But when the less force is applied, now less force needed to lift the load, then the force come out, the fulcrum to be to the load, the greater the force needed to lift the load. When the fulcrum is far, means I can explain you in the diagram. This is your stick and this is the lever. If the fulcrum is far away from the load, then we need more effort to apply and pull that load away. Means we have to apply a lot of force over here, because fulcrum is far from the load and near to us. It is not in the center. Okay. Now, the greater the force needed to lift the load, the force will move to shorter distance and the load will have a greater distance. Okay. The force will move to a shorter distance and the load will move to a greater distance. When we apply a full force on the load moves far away. If we applied less force, then the load will not move very far. Okay, students. Now your homework is to draw all the three types of lever in your science copy. Thank you.